Spring and summer are typically when people put up feeders, but most birds don't need the extra food in these warmer months since there is plenty of food such as insects and plant sources. Over the chilly season, though, is another story. More people over the recent years are realizing how wonderful of a time winter can be for backyard bird feeding. The potential to see a variety of species at winter feeding stations is very promising. In this video, I'm going to go over a few common backyard feeder birds to see over winter in North America, and brief on what food and feeders you can use to bring them in. Belonging to the Pileated family, perhaps one of the most beloved backyard feeder birds is the smart little black-capped chickadee. Thanks to how widespread they are, found across most of Canada and the northern half of the United States, it's not much of a problem to see and attract these darlings. Suet feeders, tray, hopper, or platform feeders filled with black oil and safflower seeds or peanuts out of the shell is sure to please them. The same goes for the Carolina chickadee in the southeast or the chestnut-backed and mountain chickadee of the west. The elusive Boreal chickadee in the more northern places, such as Canada and Alaska, will frequently take advantage of suet feeders over the frigid months. In the same family as chickadees, the Tufted Titmouse is a common backyard visitor. Resident in nearly all of the eastern United States and expanding its range northward, now currently living in southern Quebec and Ontario, Canada, they will use hopper, tray, or platform feeders, as they enjoy sunflower seeds. But they will happily eat some suet, peanuts, and other seeds too. Often, other tufted titmice will be around, much like how it is with the chickadees. With such cuteness, they are sure to delight birdwatchers as they collect some seeds and squabble with their buddies. A medium-sized sparrow with a cute pink bill is the dark-eyed Junco, very common throughout North America from northern Mexico to as far north as Alaska. On the eastern side, it's the slate-colored variation, and on the western half, it's the Oregon version. These dark-eyed beauties love feeding stations over winter. Their favorite food to eat is millet, but they also enjoy black oil sunflower seeds in a tray or platform feeder, tube feeders with Niger seeds, and suet. Although they use feeders, they more often eat seeds on the ground, where they forage alongside a couple of other sparrows, such as the beloved white-throated. There is another sparrow that can be quite a visitor to see: towhees, eastern towhee in the east and spotted towhee in the west. These striking birds enjoy eating black oil sunflower seeds, cracked corn, millet, or pieces of peanuts from platform or hopper feeders, as well as on the ground, and are sure to delight birdwatchers. From the finch family is the small and dear little American goldfinch. Quite familiar across the United States and southern areas of some Canadian provinces, these guys can come in large numbers at tube feeders filled with Niger seeds. Tray, hopper, or platform feeders with black oil or safflower seeds are a big favorite of theirs too. In some winters, another common small finch that can be seen at feeding stations is the pine siskins. Adding to the excitement are these little long-distance travelers from the Arctic. Redpolls, which can be spotted in the flock eating the same foods but also enjoying suet, making the backyard birdwatching experience that much more wonderful. Make sure to check a flock for the bright red belly of males. With big personalities and a clever mind, jays are fun feeder birds. The beautiful blue jay is most common in the eastern half and central North America. These guys offer such entertainment as they eat some suet on a snowy cold day or collect some black oil sunflower seeds from a hopper feeder. Cracked corn in a tray feeder is happily taken as well. But their favorite is hands down unsalted whole peanuts in the shell. In the west, the blue jay of the drylands, the California scrub jay, and the hefty cresty of mountainous regions, Steller's jay, are common ones at the same feeders. These guys can show up in large numbers, especially the Stellers, and just like their cousin of the east, peanuts in the shell and sunflower seeds are a favorite. For the headbangers of the bird world, the most widespread and common throughout all of North America is the darling little Downy, our smallest woodpecker, and their larger look-alike, the hairy. They both enjoy suet feeders over winter, as do most woodpeckers. Probably the most impressive to see is the very large Pileated Woodpecker, an entertaining character to watch as it checks out some suet, or a platform feeder with mealworms, peanut pieces, or hulled sunflower seeds. Since they are resident across much of Canada and the eastern United States, including areas throughout the coastal west, many people will get to enjoy them. The high-spirited, brightly colored red-bellied woodpecker is an unforgettable sight, dominating most of the eastern half along with several central states, providing fun backyard birdwatching as it takes over feeders, eating basically the same foods as the pileated. With the beaming red plumage of males and soft pinkish hues of females, northern cardinals are always a welcome guest to people's backyards. They are found in a great deal of the eastern United States and as far in as central. Expansion of their range northward is seeing them occupying some southeastern Canadian provinces as well. They aren't too picky and will use hopper, platform, or large tube feeders. And they'll even happily eat from the ground. Foods such as black oil sunflower seeds, safflower, millet, and peanut hearts are great choices. Northern cardinals are beautiful birds to have in your yard, offering many magical photo opportunities, especially in northern areas that see snow. A bird that I find to be the cutest ever is the Carolina wren. They occupy a great deal of the eastern half of the United States, but are also found in very southern Ontario, Canada, and northeast Mexico. It's easy to attract them with mealworms, peanuts, and seeds, which they happily eat from platform or hopper feeders. The Bewicks wren is more widespread in the west, even expanding their range northward in some areas. Equally adorable to the Carolina wren, they provide those lucky enough to see them with plenty of fun backyard birdwatching moments. One of the most common winter backyard nuthatches is the large and charming white-breasted, a resident bird across most of the United States, several Canadian provinces, and as far south as Mexico. Their frosty white plumage with a mix of black on the head and bluish feathers on the back is sure to catch your gaze. Luckily, many different feeders attract them: hopper, platform, and tube feeders. They happily take black oil sunflower seeds, peanut hearts, mealworms, and suet. Seeing them on a suet cage is pretty common, as is the case with another charming nuthatch, the red-breasted, who can be heard making its presence known with a loud honking call. Found across Canada as well as some of the western and northern states, these feisty little guys are sure to amuse. While most other hummingbirds leave for the winter, the Anna's hummingbird tend to be permanent residents, although a few move a little south. These remarkable birds are found far west, with some of the population being further north in places that can have below freezing temperatures. Quite amazing. There are many adaptations that allow Annas to skip migration, but human aid in the form of supplemental food certainly helps. That means winter is a great time to have nectar feeders going, therefore providing people with a fascinating birdwatching experience while helping the little bird to get through the cold season. That's some of the most common winter visitors, but there are others that are worth a mention, such as yellow-rumped pine and Townsend warblers, mourning doves, the cute little ruby-crowned kinglet, bush tits, bluebirds, and if you are lucky, you could even see the brown thrasher. Winter certainly is a great time to see so many wonderful birds close to home. What winter feeder bird is your favorite to see, and how are you attracting them? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want some tips on proper ways to help our feathered friends during these chilly times, check out my video on helping birds during winter. I hope that you enjoyed. Take care. Happy birding.